Hello everyone, I am King Mac, and welcome to the special presentation on YouTube. Be sure to enjoy a hot fresh cheeseburger and some french fries, and a nice soft drink, and a tasty milkshake. Thank you all for watching, and now here is our feature presentation of TTBurger Game Review's 200th episode on YouTube.
Hello my friends! How you all doing today? It's your boy Tony, bringing you more TTBurger game reviews here on YouTube, and we're continuing my 200th episode of my Twisted Metal series review. And today we're on episode 200, part 4 of 6. That's right, 6 parts. I'm about to talk about here is we're still in the 989 Studios era of Twisted Metal and stuff. And we have a lot to talk about here, so we'll get started. Before we get started, I want to give a shout out to Frequent HD and SubZeroMNX and King Mac. Keep up the good work, you guys are awesome. And thank you all for everyone who supports this channel. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you. If it weren't for you guys, the channel would not be as good as it is today, so it would be as pop and stuff. So thank you all from the bottom of my heart. And we have a lot to talk about here as we dive into still diving into the 99 era and stuff like that of Twisted Metal. Before we get started, here's a TTBurger recap, fresh off the TTBurger grill, to show you all what you missed in part 3, as I took a look at Twisted Metal 3 for the PlayStation by 99 Studios and gave it a 4 out of 10 because there were a lot of problems I had with it. The endings were bad, and just like the controls were not very good, and just that a lot of the things that made Twisted Metal 1 and 2 great were gone, and we were left with a game that was really a mess here. And that's why I gotta give it a 4 out of 10. But if you happen to be one of those Twisted Metal fans that have to play every Twisted Metal game, there's still some fun to be had for sure. But now we're gonna zoom ahead to the year 1999, Halloween of 1999, exactly 1 year after Twisted Metal 3 came out. And we got it right here. This was the second to last Twisted Metal game released on the PlayStation and stuff. This is Twisted Metal 4 for the PlayStation by 99 Studios, released on October 31st, 1999, aka Halloween 1999. Now, you think with the next game in the series, after they had a flop, you'd think they would take all they would learn from the mistakes and make the game playable and better. But unfortunately, Twisted Metal 4 is not very good. Maybe slightly worse in my opinion. I mean, it does a few things better than the previous game, but still, I was disappointed, big time. They made some good changes and some bad changes here, and it shows for sure. I thought maybe they would fix what went wrong with Twisted Metal 3. Some of them did, but most of it no. And we left with a game that's worse than Twisted Metal 3. One of the first problems to Twisted Metal 4 is like how the game feels and sets itself. The game goes out of its way to make sure Sweet Tooth is front and center in the whole game. Hell, Sweet Tooth is front and center more so than Calypso. In fact, Calypso is basically a side character a little bit here and stuff like that. And it's just like, it goes out of its way to promote Sweet Tooth big time. I know he's a mascot, but they put him front and center of the whole thing with his buddies and all that stuff. In fact, that's the first problem here. Sweet Tooth is the one who's holding the Twisted Metal contest, not Calypso, because Sweet Tooth got his wish to take over as the creator of Twisted Metal and stuff like that, and the host, and now he runs the whole thing with new contestants and more, and that's another problem here. All these new characters they have are not very interesting at all, except for Calypso and Meter Maid, but the others such as Pizza Boy and the Joneses and Orbital, Captain Grimm and Sergeant Warthog, General Warthog and Goggle Eyes and Quattro, Trashman, Microblast, and Rob Zombie, which is cool. I mean, Rob Zombie's cool as that, and Drag Queen, Pizza Boy, and all that stuff. But a lot of these characters are just seem hand-me-down and not as interesting as the other ones and stuff for sure from the other games. Like, there's no Spectre, there's no Thumper. Well, there's actually hidden characters like Super Thumper, Super this and that, and that's Super, but you don't really have it hold anything good there and stuff. I mean, I mean, I know Twisted Metal 3 and 4 were not canon, but still, you at least expect the games to be fun. But we gotta continue talking about the story. Sweet Tooth got his wish to take over as creator of the Twisted Metal contest, and now runs the whole thing with new contestants and more. And because the contestants like Cleveland Meter Maid and such get the prize of one wish, and the game makes sure no, the Sweet Tooth is in charge of it this time and stuff. I mean, the story would have been good but just that it's very weird that Sweet Tooth is the creator this time. It just seems like it just goes out of its way and stuff. It would have been nice if you heard like the origin of Sweet Tooth, like the origin of Twisted Metal, stuff like that, but just it's not the case at all. So sorry, I didn't like it. The presents meant the graphics look really good, I will admit that much. Probably better than last time, which are probably the best parts of Metal 4. The CG cutscenes look okay, but they could have been better. I mean, like the way the characters' mouths move, and the way the characters look and stuff, it looks kind of very weird. I mean, the in-game graphics are great, look detailed with the vehicle models and huge-ass backgrounds. Only problem is with the backgrounds that the lighting is not very good, and also the frame rate hitches up at random times also, and the frame rate can really bog down when it shouldn't bog down. The sound, I gotta say, excellent sound once again. Music is awesome, ranging from artists like Rob Zombie, Cirrus, and Cypress Hill, Gould Spoon, and One Minute Sound stuff. Love those bands, but turn the music off due to copyright reasons. The voice acting is either hit or miss depending on who you are. Mel McCurran is once again the lone bright spot, and given that the other voice actors range from good and great sounding to bland and boring and stuff like that. Meter Maid actors also does a good job too, but then again, it's not much there. Sweet Tooth doesn't even talk and stuff like that, so making him front and center without giving any lines of dialogue was kind of weird. Gameplay, yeah, we have a lot to talk about here. First off, I mentioned, like I said, we're getting new cast of characters like they do not even belong in a Twisted Metal game and just feel really out of place and just like not as interesting as the other one's stuff. I mean, like like I said, a lot of them don't even feel like they belong in a Twisted Metal game, except for like a few of them or so. Twisted Metal 4 feels like a card combat game, like how the others and stuff, but they expect to make unnecessary changes here. Like, for example, the controls have changed somewhat. Like, now you press X to move forward for them, which is fine. But the problem is, the X button is also the turbo button. That means your finger may accidentally hit the button twice, and when holding it, you can waste turbo in the process. And not only that, well, the turning while a little better still has problems, but the vehicles are improved somewhat. But still, like, you got a lot of obstacles in the way too that just kind of piss you off and stuff, and it's hard to find. And don't really have a lot of health power stuff like that and stuff. So you're fucked. They give you a more number of lives and stuff too. Like they get like 6 lives stuff, which is better than like the original Diesel 3 they have. But still, there's not that many. There's not that. It still doesn't really make up for it and stuff. The enemy AI has been toned down for unknown reasons except for the boss battles, and like. The enemy AI does not really put up much of a fight there and stuff. I mean, it seems way too easy, but the boss fights are the ones that kick your ass and stuff. They have tons of them which will fight, but some are kind of generic, like I mentioned, Super Thumper and stuff like that, who just shoots out fire all the time and stuff. Like, fuck. Twisted Metal 4 has a big variety in the weapons and stuff, it definitely takes advantage of that. And also this time, they finally included a save system where you do not need to enter a password. The password system is gone, kaput. Which is something they finally added after 4 games because the password system was becoming a pain in the neck. You can also create a car here too, which is also so cool. But the creative sections are very limited and stuff, and you come off making like a generic looking car and stuff like that. Like, holy cow, this looks awful. Especially with the difficulty being toned down. The game feels very, very short. And especially when you get the ending, while they're a little better than the ones in Twisted Metal 3, they don't have that charm that Twisted Metal 2's endings had and stuff. They just don't really have that charm. It just has like Sweet Tooth's henchmen talking and granting the wishes like that. Like the only ending that probably worth it is Calypso's ending and like a Meter Maid's ending stuff, because like Calypso gets his wish to get the Twisted Metal contest back, and that's actually good because like even though Twisted Metal Calypso is basically like an evil son of a bitch, you have some sympathy for him because he wants his contest back. And I don't know why, but the game felt very short and light compared to the other games, and just with the characters start that and the unlockable ones too, and even the unlockable and creative ones just had the same ending over and over again. It's just you get a wish and it just poofed. You don't even get to get your wish granted. You don't even get to see what your wish is or so. And I wish I knew what happened here because this game was worse than Twisted Metal 3, and that's saying a lot because Twisted Metal 3 was bad, but I thought this would actually have some redeeming factors to it, but that wasn't the case at all. So what happened? I don't know, but I did not like this game. It just was very was just crap, in my opinion, to say. I wish I knew what happened because I wish I knew, but like holy burger crap. Final thoughts here. Twisted Metal 4 was a letdown, worse than Twisted Metal 3. If you happen to need every Twisted Metal game, Twisted Metal 4 still has some Twisted Metal feel to it, but just changes, none of their changes were made, and those new character stuff, just no, not so much. I give Twisted Metal 4 a 3 out of 10 to the problems I have with it, so don't even bother. Just avoid this game is all I'm going to say. And that's it for episode 200 part 4 of 6. Stay tuned for the next part. We're going to dive into the PlayStation 2 era, which we take a look at the first M-rated Twisted Metal game made by Incognito Entertainment, who brought back most of the original no creators of Twisted Metal. But we get Twisted Metal Black, which is a more darker M-rated themed Twisted Metal franchise, where we take Twisted Metal to a whole new level with the PlayStation 2. How does this game fare? We have to find out next. That's all I gotta say there. It's Tony. Peace out. Have a great day and see you on my review of Twisted Metal Black for the PlayStation 2. Take care, everybody.